Tonight, addressing a need. Police departments in the Twin Ports say it's getting harder to put cops on the streets. What's behind the trend?
Plus, how the Duluth School District is working to pass a balanced budget amidst financial shortcomings due to the pandemic.
And why a big school collaboration on the Iron Range is running into legal snags.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. The president took swift action today in addressing police reform across the country. With
pressure mounting to address excessive force by police officers, the president signed an executive order suggesting new standards for law enforcement. The executive order creates a database to track officers with excessive force complaints. It suggests banning chokeholds in most cases, and it calls on departments to deploy social workers when responding to the homeless and mentally ill. The order is a list of recommendations, not legal restrictions, and the president used his speech today less as a conversation about racial bias in policing and more as a rally supporting officers.
Standards will be as high and as strong as there is on earth. Without police, there is chaos. Without law, there is anarchy. And without safety, there is catastrophe.
Democrats say the president's action is not enough. They want a ban on all chokeholds and to make it easier to sue police for misconduct.
Closer to home, police departments in the Twin Ports are facing a startling trend. That's declining recruitment. The Duluth Police Department says their applicant pool is down about 75% in recent hiring periods. It's a problem that's plaguing departments around the country as calls for police reform take center stage. CBS 3's John Cardinelli explains how the Duluth Police Department plans to weather the storm.
The Duluth Police Department is facing a period of uncertainty.
We used to get north of 600 applicants for a round of hiring, to now we're about 150 applicants.
It's a trend they've been seeing for the last 10 years. But Duluth Police's Public Information Officer Ingrid Hornibrook says they're working to fix.
It hasn't gone live yet.
They're working on new recruitment techniques to attract candidates who fit their character-based hiring process.
For the last year and a half, we've been working on a recruitment video that Parthay out of Superior, Wisconsin was kind enough to do pro bono for us.
The hope is the video will help attract officers of good character who are actively engaged in bettering their communities. The Duluth Police Department also hopes a push for police reform across the nation will also inspire new candidates.
We're really hoping that what we see are those people of good character who are interested in becoming police officers will come forward and seek out this career.
With the idea being to create a force of officers who put the safety and well-being of every individual in the community first.
The Superior Police Department said in a statement that for the last 15 years, they also have been experiencing a decrease in applications. They also say they hire officers based on character rather than certification.
Just like police departments, many fire departments are struggling to attract recruits over the last few years. Duluth Fire Chief Sean Crejay says there are several reasons, including the potential instability of public works jobs. He says many young people also have the impression they need a 4-year degree in order to get a job. There are technical schools like Lake Superior College that provide free training degrees. Crejay says starting the recruitment process at a younger age can help break that stigma.
All right, let's get a quick look at the weather with Caitlin. Caitlin, hot out there today.
Yes, it was very summer-like today, and it'll be another day tomorrow to get out and enjoy the very warm temperatures across the region. High temps for today, you'll see up on the hill, 89 degrees. Down in Canal Park, we did only get to 61 degrees, kind of like Grand Marais, 81 up on the hill, 65 down by the lake. Superior did come out at 90 degrees this afternoon. And current temperatures still rather mild inland. So areas like Bemidji and Brainerd still in those 80s at 10 o'clock at night. Here in Canal Park, a much different story with that lake breeze, 50s. Temperatures are going to be very warm overnight. We're still looking at clearing skies. So clearing skies remain through Wednesday afternoon. I have more details on the forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Caitlin. The Rice Lake Planning Commission delayed discussion about a controversial development. The commission was originally expected to discuss proposed plans for an asphalt plant. Senate Blacktop is asking them to change an ordinance which would allow the company to build the plant at the corner of Martin and Eagle Lake Roads. A large crowd turned up, many concerned about the proposed plant, which would be in a residential area. The commission decided to postpone the discussion, but took comment from one man anyway, who's concerned about the potential environmental impact.
These drip trucks right here that I smoked Sunday came from the Amity Creek system. I fish it all the time. I fish all these creeks around here all my life. And I don't want to lose this resource that we have.
A decision may be reached tonight.
The commission is expected to discuss changing the ordinance at a later meeting. The community is circulating a petition against the plant.
Minnesota's governor voiced his support for a state bonding bill today, and he hopes the legislature will pass funding during the special session. Governor Tim Walz says the projects in the bonding bill have been planned and vetted and have community support. It support projects like upgrades to the National Guard armories and firehouses, drinking water infrastructure, housing development, and some northern Minnesota-based projects. Senate Republicans are working on their own bonding bill. Walz says he hopes lawmakers can come together to support funding for projects that will keep Minnesotans healthy and safe.
Minnesota needs to invest in our infrastructure and needs to invest in our people. Not only will it create jobs, it keeps the value of our most precious assets up.
House Minority Leader Kurt Dowd responded to Walz's call for action on the bonding bill, saying House Republicans' priority is reducing the budget deficit and ending the governor's emergency powers. He says if the governor and other legislators are willing to discuss those issues, he's willing to talk about a bonding bill. Meanwhile, Governor Walz is also working to make it easier for businesses impacted by COVID-19 to recover. Today, Governor Tim Walz signed a bipartisan bill into law that allocates nearly $63 million for small businesses. Businesses that employ 50 or fewer people can apply for grants of up to $10,000. Businesses outside the metro will receive half the funding. The majority of the remainder will be available for minority, women, and veteran-owned companies. The bill includes $60 million from the Federal CARES Act and $2.5 million from DEED's emergency loan program.
The Duluth School District is seeing budget challenges created by COVID-19. The district has struggled to keep a balanced budget for many years, and tonight the board voted on a budget with the hopes of financial compensation from the state. During tonight's meeting, officials said they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars by giving out free school lunches to students who were learning from home. Additionally, school officials say extra staff needed for free daycare services for essential workers within the district amounted to another $250,000 in lost revenue. The district is expected to get more than $2.5 million in COVID-19 relief funding coming from the CARES Act and the governor's emergency education relief funds to help with that revenue loss. But there is no guaranteed date as to when those funds will be available. As of right now, the budget isn't balanced, but there is future flexibility with it. Since there is no solid date for funding relief, additional state and federal funding is not currently factored into next year's budget. Applications to apply for funds through the Minnesota Department of Education are open until June 30th. The money is required to be spent by September of 2022.
The Minnesota Department of Education has advised school districts and parents to be prepared for one of 3 learning scenarios this fall. Those scenarios include going to school completely in person, a hybrid of in-person and online classes, and operating completely online. State education officials are working with the health department to create a final plan that they say will serve students as learners while also taking into account their health. The hope is to have a decision by the week of July 27th.
We are preparing for all 3 scenarios, understanding that it is possible we will enter into one scenario and be there all year long. But it's also possible, just like this last year, we start off in person, we move to a hybrid, we end up distance learning.
The state is also conducting a survey on how distance learning has gone so far for students and parents. She hopes those results will help identify what is and is not working. We have a link on our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
A judge is set to hear a case between 2 public schools on the Iron Range as they fight over the land they both want. The eminent domain case involves the Virginia Public School District and the East Range Academy of Technology and Sciences, also known as ERATS. ERATS is a public charter school in Eveleth, serving about 180 students. After Virginia, Eveleth, and Gilbert voters approved building a new collaborative high school back in May of 2019, the Virginia School District bought a property in Eveleth where they plan to build the new school. ERAT still leases a building on that property for several more years. According to the Virginia School District's website, officials tried to negotiate and offered ERATs money to terminate their lease so they can move ahead with construction. But according to the website, ERATs has threatened to sue the district, hoping to stop any construction. The eminent domain case will be heard by a judge next week. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how the family of a 6-year-old who drowned on the North Shore is finding healing and honoring their son.
And we've got a beautiful day in store for Wednesday, but much needed rain is in the forecast Thursday, some of which could be severe. And those details coming up next.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS 3.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. And industry-exclusive heavy-duty features. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Now get the RTVX for 0 down and 0% APR for 48 months or save $400.
No one serves you better than Bullet Implement.
Northwest Outlet Store is open. Yes, Northwest Outlet is open for business, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now get up to 40% off store-wide on clothing, up to 40% off on footwear, up to 40% off on fishing, up to 40% off on camping, up to 40% off store-wide at Northwest Outlet. Yes, Northwest Outlet now open for business, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Online 24/7, curbside pickup during store hours. 1814 Belknap, Superior.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
For 50 years, family-owned Crenson has proudly been serving the Twin Ports and surrounding communities. We make the vehicle buying process simple, straightforward, and stress-free. Drive away in a 2020 Nissan Rogue today with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in NMAC bonus cash. We're open. Stop in anytime, or if you prefer, call for a no-contact appointment for sales or service. Visit us online for our complete inventory listing. Crenson, 2 locations, 1 great team.
I chose a career that isn't easy, it's dangerous, and it's hard. Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College has set me up with everything I need to succeed. Through challenging classes, longer defensive tactics training, and instructors who work in the industry, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is setting me up for success.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
A rather warm day across the Northland. We did break our record high of 88 degrees, and as well as Brainerd did also, but that's up on the hill. Canal Park only got to 61 degrees, and you take a look at the monthly departure of rain. I know I've mentioned this many times, and we are in desperate need for quite a bit of rain. We're almost 2 inches short for the month of June, about 5 inches total since January, and Thursday coming, we might see about a ½ inch kind of taken off of that deficit. But right now, current temperatures as of about 10:15, very, very warm temperatures across the Northland and across much of the state of Minnesota. Temperatures sitting all in those low 80s still. Closer to the lake, 73 up on the hill, and like I mentioned, by Canal Park here, next to the lake, we are in those 50s. But otherwise, very warm temps expected overnight. A few areas might hit some of their max minimums through the overnight period. Now, a Doppler and satellite, clear skies. We're still sitting on the back end of a high pressure, so that's allowing for some clearing skies, some calmer winds by the lake, but still a southerly flow that's bringing in that warmer air through the day tonight and then into Wednesday as we still sit behind that warm front. A lot of southeasterly flow, so you'll notice the southeasterly part still bringing in a light lake breeze for those areas like here, Canal Park, Silver Bay, Grand Marais, that kind of thing. 84 up on the hill, mostly sunny skies, and then things change up a bit for Thursday, but much needed rain for much of the region. region. Northwestern portions of Minnesota could see the severe threat, as in hail, gusty winds, and very heavy rainfall. As it heads towards Duluth, we've got Lake Superior pushing in a lot of stable air. Breaks up the thunderstorms quite a bit, although I'm still thinking we're going to see some thunderstorms roll through the area Thursday night, and then Friday we do clear up ahead of our next system into Father's Day weekend. So time it out for you here on the Pinpoint Forecast. We're looking at clearing skies Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night. Southerly flow through much of the region. You'll notice areas by the lake still kind of getting that southeasterly flow, but Thursday morning, 1 o'clock, still clear. You'll notice off to the northwest. This is when that cold front arrives. We're looking at Thursday, 7 o'clock. So these western counties will see some of these storms roll in. Duluth, not quite in on it just yet, but by the 12 o'clock hour, we'll see these cells continuing to develop because we've got very warm air in place as well. So a few of these cells could become severe. You'll notice these darker shades of reds and some even purples within those cells, just indicating some more severe cells out of the others. Wednesday, though, before we get there, is going to be a beautiful day to enjoy. 66 degrees, plenty of sunshine by the morning, so a mild morning, warming up to a rather warm afternoon and evening, just like it was today. Tonight, mild conditions for most areas, a little bit cooler by the lake as we sit in those 50s, but for the most part, temperatures all in those low 60s. And then tomorrow, they do warm back up into the 80s, mostly sunny skies, and the southerly flow at 10 to 15. Rain moves in on Thursday. That's the day I need you to be sky aware for any type of thunderstorm activity. And then Friday, things clear out and more rain heads in for Father's Day weekend.
Thanks, Caitlin. A Duluth family is fighting to keep their son's memory alive.
Tonight, we're hearing from the Eastvold family after 6-year-old Everett drowned in Lake Superior just 2 weeks ago. CBS3's Leanne Valdez spoke to his parents this afternoon about how they're honoring their little boy.
We're having fun. We're on the beach.
A day filled with laughter and sun.
He kept coming back asking for food and snacks like every 5 minutes on that beach. You know, he's like, Mom, can I have a cookie? Can I have a cheese stick?
Quickly turned into a parent's worst nightmare.
It happened so fast. I can't believe how fast it happened.
Amanda Eastvold took her children and their neighbor friend to cool off on the south shore of Lake Superior. The children were in waist-deep water, playing by a tide pool when they encountered a drop-off.
Oh, I remember every minute of it.
Ruby, Amanda's middle child, went under but quickly swam to shore.
And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that.
Her youngest, Everett, and friend 9-year-old Lily were fighting for their lives.
And I just grabbed her and I was like, I know I'm not going to find Everett. I know I'm not going to. And I was like, I have to put everything that I have into getting Lily back to shore.
Everett's dad was at work when he got the news.
As soon as I saw the lights, I knew it was real bad.
Lily survived. 6-year-old Everett didn't.
I did everything that I could.
2 weeks after Everett passed, the Eastfolds are gripping onto his memory.
All right, show me your beard. Let's see it, buddy. A little soul that just loved everybody.
Hey, Everett, can you tell me what Easter is all about?
Admiring the faith he had.
Jesus rose up from the dead.
He loved Jesus.
And keeping Dad on his toes.
Dad.
They're doing so with friends and family by their side. Tuesday, Everett's teachers came by the Eastfolds' house to help plant blueberry bushes in his memory.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Rocks painted by Everett's fellow classmates were laid out to keep the bushes safe.
Back there, one.
The house is silent now.
Yeah, still trying to adjust to not seeing them.
But the memories left behind will never be silenced.
I got a full 6 years of singing to him every single night and saying prayers with him every single night. And I don't regret that.
I will trust him and not be afraid. For the Lord is my stronghold and my sure defense. And he will be my Savior.
A A visitation will be held at the Duluth Vineyard Church this Friday. The public is invited to pay their respects from 11 a.m. to noon, followed by a private service right after. The family is also accepting Matchbox cars to donate in Everett's memory. You can learn more about that on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, significant uncertainty. That's what experts are saying about the future recovery of the U.S. economy.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good, I look good. 75 days on the program. I've lost 53 pounds, 41.5 inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
The Culligan high-efficiency water softener is the world's best. It's backed by the industry's strongest warranty and serviced by the world's largest local dealer network. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together. Or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
My name is Misael, and I'm into advertising. I think the best thing about LSC is the people here on campus. I'm getting my juniors now. I'm saving some good money, and that will be very helpful for me when I transfer to a four-year school.
Let's drive forward together. Lease a new Jeep at Duluth Dodge from only $199 a month. An award-winning Jeep Renegade Latitude from only $199 a month. It's a Duluth Dodge Blue Ribbon lease. 4755 Miller Trunk Highway or Duluth Dodge, Minnesota.com.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
Hi, I'm Deb. By April 2016, I had lost 85 pounds. It was a very easy program to do. Blood pressure has gone way down. I feel great.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS 3 Duluth.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over-the-air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS 3.
The Federal Reserve Chairman warned today that the U.S. economy faces a steep downturn because of significant uncertainty of the timing and strength of the recovery amid the coronavirus crisis.
Chairman Jerome Powell testified remotely today before the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee on the semi-annual monetary policy report to Congress. He noted some recent indicators have pointed to a stabilization and, in some areas, a modest rebound in economic activity. But he believes there's still a long way to go before the economy gets back on track.
Everything we're doing is to try to get the labor market back to where it was in February of 2020. We want to get back to a tight labor market. We learned that that inflation did not move up really noticeably at all.
The chairman added that the Federal Reserve is committed to using all of its tools to ease the economic damage, but unless the public is confident that this disease is contained, a full recovery is unlikely.
Ahead in sports, no fans in the fairways. The big golf tournament down in the Twin Cities will go on without spectators. Kelly Hinseth has the details.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Iron Mining Association and Range Regional Airport.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick.
Parallel parking.
That hot yoga was so hot. Check this out. Cooling seats?
Alexa, ask Buick to start my SUV.
You can do that?
You can do that?
You can't do that.
You can with the Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on the first ever Buick Encore GX, or get 0% APR financing for 72 months on most other 2020 Buick SUV models.
Call A1 Movers today to schedule a free office relocation estimate. We have all the necessary tools and experience to help streamline your business's change of address. Our friendly, uniformed crew will carefully relocate and protect both your new and existing facility. Whether across the street or around the globe, one call hauls it all. Take the burden off of your staff and put it on ours. Remember, moving is hard. Calling A1 Movers is easy.
At UCare, we've been decomplicating Medicare plans in Minnesota for a long time. In fact, we've been offering Medicare Advantage plans longer than anyone else. Our Medicare Advantage plans are affordable, and 96% of Minnesota providers accept UCare. So if your provider practices at any of these clinics or hospitals, you can likely keep them. To learn the basics and see how UCare Medicare Advantage plans compare to others, visit ucare.org/TV.
Coronavirus has adversely affected most businesses in the area. As an essential business, we are open. We're open 6 days a week. If you need repairs, bring your bike in. We have a full repair staff. We will have the bike done for you as soon as we can.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Numi Jewelers is having a Neighbors Helping Neighbors event. We are partnering with the Superior YMCA to help those in need. When you bring in an item for donation, you will receive 25% off any in-stock finished jewelry. Numi Jewelers thanks you for shopping local.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
Just a year after its inaugural tournament, the 3M Open will undergo a big change. Some of the biggest names in the PGA will compete at TPC down in Blaine, July 23rd through the 26th. But this year, no fans will line the fairways. John Lordison shows us what that means for Twin Cities businesses and charities.
We've been weighing a number of scenarios. At one point, it was 7 scenarios.
When PGA players returned to the course last week, there was hope fans wouldn't be far behind. But despite best efforts, 3M tournament director Mike Welch says they'll move forward with a no spectators scenario.
I think you'll find to a person that if this is the safest way to conduct a PGA tournament, that's what we're going to do.
Typically for a tournament like this, they would have about 2,000 people helping out. But due to COVID-19 guidelines and no spectators, this year they will only have about 300 to 350 volunteers. Players and caddies will undergo a COVID test each day. Volunteers and others not playing will be away from the players and will have their temperatures checked throughout the tournament. Last year, the 3M Open raised $1.5 million for local charities. Even while being handicapped by a pandemic, they're hoping to keep that going.
And we're going to be able to do that and support a number of COVID-related charities, as well as, charities that are starting to rebuild the Twin Cities here after the last 3 weeks.
Pro-Am play will help keep the charity drive on course, but local businesses will miss out.
Really, the tournament brings in people from all over the world, so that's an opportunity that we're going to miss this year.
Blaine Community Development Director Eric Thorvig says the 3M Open has a $50 million economic impact on the region. They can't count on that this year, and hotels and restaurants will be most affected. But the city feels lucky the tournament is happening at all.
With the amount of coverage that's going to be for the tournament on both the Golf Channel and CBS, it's still an opportunity for us to showcase our community to people all over the world.
And if fans already bought tickets through Ticketmaster, the tournament will automatically refund their money within the next 30 days. Well, switching gears to up here in the Northland, if your kids are itching to get outside and try something new this summer, North Shore stand-up paddleboarding may have the answer. North Shore SUP held its first earlier today over on Barker's Island. The club takes kids ages 10 and up on a 2-hour paddle board adventure around the island. Heather Holmes is the co-owner of North Shore SUP and wanted to give kids a first-hand instruction on the sport she loves.
We love the water, we love exploring different waterways, and we love the accessibility out here. There are so many waterways and so many relatively low-consequence waterways that it's just a great place to introduce people, just another way to enjoy the water.
The club also offers an incentive for kids to be a part of the Island Club.
The Kids Club is an opportunity for kids to paddle around the island with an instructor. We let them come to 4 kids clubs so they can attend 4 separate sessions, and then they've earned their Island Club. So it's just to get people out and enjoying the outdoors on a regular basis. The Kids Club came about because now we need an opportunity for kids to be able to achieve that.
And if you're interested, the next session is next Thursday, June 25th at Barker's Island. We have all the info linked on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Just click on the sports tab. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Virtual Video Visits, offering face-to-face interaction with your provider from the convenience of home or work.
I have lost 25 pounds and I'm still going strong. Super easy. You follow the program and you lose weight. It's just that simple.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Right.
Fleet Farm has what dads want for Father's Day, whether he's chilling by the fire or heating up the grill. Fleet Farm has great deals for Dad. Get a $10 Fleet Farm gift card when you spend $50 or more on Yeti drinkware. And select Under Armour apparel for the family, 25% off our low fleet price. Plus, Fleet Farm gift cards make the perfect gift for Father's Day. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
You're ready to drive again, and not just to the neighborhood store. In a new Honda, you can enjoy the open road with powerful performance. And your money can go farther too, because Honda holds its value better than any other auto brand. Your Honda dealer is offering flexibility, like shopping online, so you can purchase with confidence. Get your new Honda today. KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand.
You can help make a difference for your loved ones and community by participating in health research. By taking part in the All of Us research program, you're contributing to health discoveries for today and the future. Almost everyone can participate. The more data we have, the better the research is. Share your health information with researchers from your home using our website or app, or call us for more information. Together, we can help make a difference in speeding up research and improving the health of our communities.
I never thought that you could lose weight without working out, but this is one of those programs that you don't have to work out.
In the first 40 days, I lost 28 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Well, here's a quick glimpse into the future before we go tonight.
Yeah, this is Spot, the robotic dog, and we use the term dog very loosely here. Boston Dynamics, who created Spot, says the software and design can help you do all sorts of work that might be too dangerous for a person to do.
Spot can run about 5 feet per second and has cameras that can provide 360 degrees of sight. And if you're interested, Spot costs $75,000, but hey, for that price, at least you don't need to house train it.
Oh, good one. Just a drop in the bucket,
Yeah.
75 grand. All right, Caitlin, it was a warm one today.
It was a warm one, and tomorrow is going to be another warm one. So showing Louis one more time tonight. Another nice afternoon to get out and enjoy those summer-like temperatures. Temperatures in those 80s this the next couple of days.
Oh, there's my boy. All right, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow.